to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hurts.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete to Zaccheaus. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that one.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down it goes. Going for the sack there, good Jalen Carter.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
Now, when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Carter. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Hurts fumbles it.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it. And
there he goes, left side.
Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. 47 yards. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Extra score, Browns 7, Eagles 0. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to him, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 9. Here's Hurts to throw.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll go with the ground attack here.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Rolling to his right. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. In motion right is Smith.
A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead here's Swift. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And God's good. Touchdown Eagles. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Watson.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Amari Cooper, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 69 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 14-7.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now back to throw. Touchdown! Zacchaeus. 15-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. They kept them for big-time pick-6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Watson now on second down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again is Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now on their play call. They're trying to get one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Faking the give. Now Watson. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
I see some problem in this defense because they've been showing the best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Browns drive about to get started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Looking to speed things up here with some tempo. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Moore.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Chubb going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chalk.
They'll give it to Chubb. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into the red line. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Browns have retaken a third quarter lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
On the return, Boston Scott. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And knocking down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Smith will come in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of...
Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott good with a PAT. Now we'll make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It sees the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to stop their opponents. So they kind of keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
To throw on second is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
Down the right sideline.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 47 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Watson now to throw.
Throw complete to Bell.
Down he goes at the 23. A pick up a 4.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they do
game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. The slot man in motion right.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you've got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 31 yards.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
31, Eagles 28. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice little gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run it again with Chubb. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the run to seal a victory. They go up the middle with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 4-yard. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so they did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Fourth quarter is not enough for all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this goal.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is thrown a mile right now. Watson changing the play. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And they try to set up the screen, but that is disaster. As it falls incomplete, very nearly a turnover. But it's 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's,